This is a paid program. JJ Publicidad, EMR, and its owners and associates take no responsibility for the opinions or statements made by the talk show host or their guest.
Are you looking for awareness, motivation, inspiration, or just some feel-good talk radio? If so, you've come to the right place. Dr. Nancy knows how to do just that. With her extensive experience and knowledge, she is dedicated to providing care, health, and wellness information and education to the greater Phoenix metropolitan area and beyond. Be the change you wish to see in the world. Dr. Nancy knows. Starts now.
Good morning, everyone. It has been a fantastic week. Listen, I'm your medical celebrity doctor, and this is Dr. Nancy Knows Radio Talk Show. We have an exciting program today, and I just, wanted to tell everyone that Dr. Nancy Knows Radio Talk Show is multicultural, and, we extend all of our energy and hands to our community to unite one another and come together. And it's through expert guests that are experts in their field of industry that come on the show, along with my years of experience in celebrity guest, to impart knowledge, inspire, motivate, and provide hope and lead with love. So that's what we do here at Dr. Nancy Knows Radio Talk Show. We're so happy to have you. And listen, we are on all social media streaming platforms, streaming to you live every morning at 9 a.m. on Emotion Radio, Facebook Live, Dr. Nancy Knows, Facebook Live, Dr. Nancy Knows YouTube Live as well, and we are on some podcasts, TuneIn and Spotify. So you don't want to miss out on all of the programming and information and the guests that we have each week, and this week is no exception, let me tell you. But let's talk about, I'd love to thank my sponsors, and without them, my sponsors and supporters, Dr. Nancy Knows would not be here to provide credible, reliable, palatable information that all individuals can use. Remember, we are here, we're all about unity. Be the change you wish to see in the world. It only takes one. All right, so let's thank my sponsors. Emotion Radio is a platform of Entre Mujeres here. They do a wonderful job here to broadcast live and bring all of my issues to you every Saturday morning. So thank you, Javier, Veronica, and Julian, and your team. Thank you so much. Listen, we're thanking Maggie's Makeup. Okay, if you like how I'm looking this morning and every Saturday morning, you can have the same look. She is a part of Dr. Nancy's Integrative Medicine team, and she's available for hire for any special occasions. The makeup stays on all day, ladies. Wonderful, wonderful. RN Electric, our friends down there, and Profit Laser Lipo, Gary Charlson. Hi, Gary. Listen, we are just super excited. Epicurean Food, those guys there, Mark and Kitty, we really thank you and love you for your support as well. We want to talk about current events, right? So there's been some wonderful things that have happened this week, actually. We, as a democracy, elected new leaders of our country. So President Biden and Kamala Harris, right? Our first multicultural female vice president. Really, it is time for change. And you may not agree with who is in the office, but the people chose. And it is time. Change is ever constant. And our country is so divided. And I just think that, it's time to unite. And what better time to do that than right now, okay? Listen, President Biden wants to pledge, let's transition a little bit, many great things in our nation as we heal, through these trying times. And I do want to give a shout out to Amanda Gordon, beautiful, beautiful young lady. All right, she is the youngest inaugural poet to our country. And that speech, the poem, The Hill We Climb, I want to quote something that she said. For there always For there is always light, if only we are brave enough to see it. If only we are brave enough to be it, okay? So she's very well accomplished. She is a minority. She's graduate from Harvard with a sociology degree, cum laude, and that's with distinction, okay? Actually had auditory processing disorder, a speech impediment, but she overcame. And so that's what our country's about. Unity and overcoming challenges and not letting it defeat us. Fear cannot paralyze us, all right? Today is a new day, and we can start today. Learn to forgive yourself, forget the past, and move forward. So I'm super, super excited to see our country heal and mend. Together we can do this. So let's talk about COVID. Our president says that he pledges to initiate 100 million vaccines for COVID in his first 100 days, in his first 100 days of office. So we have lots of work to do, but it's not impossible. It's not impossible. So let's talk about some statistics for COVID. As you know, in the United States, it's been over 24 million cases of COVID and then over 410,000 deaths. Worldwide, that's 96 million cases and over 2 million deaths. We have the vaccine. They're still rolling it out in phases, as you all know. The vaccine is proposed to allow your body to produce IgG, immunoglobulin antibodies. That is the antibody that produces immunity against COVID. And our country is rolling that out in phase 1 through part A through C right now. And we look forward to more people getting vaccinated so that we can move on from COVID. It's been paralyzing and very crippling as well. There are some new therapies out there that not a lot of people or organizations are addressing COVID for, but monoclonal antibodies is another type of treatment modality for COVID individuals within treatment of 10 days. So listen, I want to move on to spotlighting a business. The business is...
It's Biz Spotlight.
Awesome. The business is Janice's Women's Center. It is a nonprofit organization here in the greater Phoenix area. The co-founders are Shantae and Sherry Salisbury, okay? They actually relocated from Miami and came across a young lady that was homeless, and they sought out to help and faced challenges, and they decided that it shouldn't be this difficult, and they're dedicating much of their lives to this nonprofit and named the organization of the young lady that they did help, Janice Women's Center. So it really helps the homeless and domestic violence individuals. Their mission is to extend lifelines to women experiencing homelessness and domestic violence in this greater Phoenix area. Most of our nonprofits are unsung heroes, and here at Dr. Nancy Knows, we do like to shout out our organizations that are doing and striving to be the best in their communities. They have a donation drop-off event coming up on February 5th through the 7th. The address is there in Chandler Boulevard in Phoenix. So please, there's many different ways that you can donate. Volunteer your time, drop off goods, like female items, baby items, hygiene items. That's February 5th through the 7th. Volunteer your time, reach out to them, donate supplies, and of course money. Money always helps for sure. Just really proud of what they are doing here in our community. They've not been here that long. They found a cause that they believe in, and we should too. There's no one should suffer from homelessness and domestic violence. It's very, very real. So listen, guys, who's on the show today? Who's coming up right after the break? Sidney Justin. Sidney Justin is the lead singer for The Miracles. He replaced Smokey Robinson. What an honor. What an honor. He is a Super Bowl champion of the Rams, NFL. We have celebrity in the house today. And, When we come back, we're going to get to know Sidney Justin, and his journey, and help us see what he's done in that, to give hope that all people, if they try and put their foot forward and not let fear paralyze them, you can do whatever your dreams desire and hearts desire. We'll be right back.
You don't want to miss what's coming up next, because Dr. Nancy knows. We'll be back in a few minutes.
Hello, I'm Dr. Nancy of Dr. Nancy's Integrative Medicine. Did you know that my health screenings include a physical examination, also blood work to include CBC, chemistry, liver function studies, lipid panel, and A1C? Your blood work is drawn in our offices. Results are available in 3 to 5 days. Call today, 480-669-6452, or schedule online at drnanciesintegrativemedicine.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Nancy. Welcome to our clinics. We believe that personalized care and relationship building are the basis of improving health outcomes. At Dr. Nancy's Integrative Medicine, you gain healthcare providers who take the time to understand your health goals and find solutions. We offer optional medical memberships, giving you peace of mind and quality care. We provide both medical and aesthetic services in 2 Arizona locations. We practice the highest standards of patient care. We respect patients' rights. We safeguard patient confidences. We treat patients with compassion. You are invited to call the office to schedule an appointment, or online at a time that is convenient for you. Call to schedule 480-669-6452 or visit our website at drnanciesintegrativemedicine.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Nancy of Dr. Nancy's Integrative Medicine. I'd like to tell you about a service that I offer, ProFit Laser Lipo. Did you know that you could lose up to 2 inches in 20 minutes, no downtime, pain, or surgery? 8 sessions are recommended for maximum results. Call today, 480-669-6452, or schedule online at drnanciesintegrativemedicine.com.
You're listening to Dr. Nancy Knows Radio Talk Show. Ask your questions now. Dr. Nancy is listening.
Good morning. We are back. Guess who we have in the house today? We have Sidney Justin, and he is the lead singer for The Miracles. And he's been in the entertainment for many years, leading the way, entertaining many people. You want to talk about giving back and music and what it does to the soul of individuals? I mean, it changes the overall mentality and spirit of an individual. Entertaining is not easy to do. You either have this talent or you don't. And he's multi-talented. NFL, Super Bowl champ, Rams, like, how great is that? Listen, we have Sidney Justin in the house today, and we're going to have a little bit of surprise for you a little bit later in the program, because we're going to be joined by his band members as well. So welcome, Sidney.
Hey, it's a pleasure to be here.
I'm so honored to have you. When I asked you to be on the show, you did not hesitate, and I'm super excited to bring you on and let the viewers and guests get to know you the way that I know you, and that, many people don't always get this opportunity to. We really want to know, first and foremost, who is Sidney?
I would probably have to say that I'm a person that considers myself humble and a godly person. I love Jesus, I'm not ashamed to say it, and love God, and I just, I'm just that person that realizes in life there are different circumstances that you go through, and not all good, but at the same time, they can be, and they can be great. Like you said, never give up, and I think that's the key to my success, is that I never gave up, even during times of frustration. But that's who I am. I'm just going to keep on pushing and keep on trying to be positive in life and try to make things happen in a positive way. I love people. I love all people, and it's just a matter of putting yourself out there to show others that you care, and I think that's what I do.
That's right. So you made some really valid key points too, and it's staying humble, putting God first, not letting fear paralyze you, and allow people to see you and lead with love. So that's very important. I think that in this world that we live in, we don't show our true, authentic selves often because of the vulnerability factor.
Mm-hmm.
But in order to have a breakthrough sometimes, you really have to be genuine.
I agree 100%. You know, if I can't be genuine, I'm fake. So I'm real. You know, I keep it real. You know, all my friends they laugh because I just say things like they are. You know, my guys in the band they know I'm real. I want the best. You know, I'm shooting for excellence. You know, kind of like Al Davis from the Raiders. You know, just win, baby. That's me. You know, that's why I like the Raiders. Even though I played for the Rams and the Colts, I really wanted to play for the Raiders. I love the slogan. I love the Raider Nation, the whole vibe of, you know, that black and silver.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot of Raider fans here in the metropolitan
is that right?
area.
Okay.
There are a lot of them.
All right.
Now, who else keeps you going, you know, besides God and your faith?
And my family. You know, my family is very important to me. My wife, my kids, they're extremely important. I have a granddaughter now, and man, let me tell you, I'm in love. I'm in love all over again. And she's just a beautiful girl, and she's so smart. She's 4 years old, and that's my first. And looking forward to some more, but we'll see. We'll see how things work out with that. But yeah, that's the most important thing to me, you know, besides my faith in God.
Very good. Now, tell us a little bit about your journey, because, you know, everything isn't peaches and cream, and you just didn't wake up this way, correct?
Not at all.
You weren't born.
Actually, you know, it was a struggle, you know, and had some struggles, some you know, things that I had wished to happen and that didn't. But you know, God is good, because I'm gonna tell you, you know, the things I wished for came to me in bigger ways than I thought they could. I mean, I always wanted those things, such as the NFL. I mean, as a kid, I grew up, my whole family, my brothers, you know, I have 3 brothers. They all aspired to be in the NFL, like me, same we all did. We never played Pop Warner football. We didn't get the opportunity. We didn't have the money. So it was really, you know, a matter of finances. So we didn't play Pop Warner football. And then we figured, well, when we go to high school, that's where we're going to shine. We got to high school. They didn't let us play in high school. So it was kind of tough to accept, you know, that it's possible that I'll never get this chance to showcase myself, you know, in an athletic way. But as God would have it, you know, I was pretty good in the playgrounds. We had sandlot football, and we were good, my brother and myself, and both my brothers. And we had great friends and great teams, and we would win every game, you know, in the parks. But that was the park. Nobody saw that. But we all eventually went to junior college, tried out for the football teams. We all made the teams. I went to Southwest JC in Los Angeles. My brother went to East LA College, and my other brother went to East LA as well. And we all got scholarships to universities. I went to Long Beach State. Carrie went to Oregon State, and Tyrone went to Cal State Fullerton. So we all got that opportunity to have scholarships, even though we never played high school football. And then we all got opportunities, not drafted, but we got opportunities in the NFL. And I must say that my journey to the NFL was a little bit more stranger than most. But what happened was I kind of snuck on the football team. I mean, on the field where the Rams were playing, practicing actually in the off season. And I just snuck out there, started playing with the guys, just hanging out, just running, you know, covering guys. I played defensive back. So I was covering guys, and they said, "Who is this dude?" And then, you know, they didn't know who I was. So finally, the couple of the players came over and they started talking to me. I was doing very well, so they were wondering who I was. So one of the guys, his name is Rod Perry, he called the general manager, and he sent the player personnel down to the field, spoke to me. They wanted to put me in jail first. They were like, "You trespassing?" And I was like, "I'm not trespassing." They said, "Well, since you're already here, let's go run some time." So I went and ran a 40 time. I ran a pretty good time. Went and covered some receivers. The guy disappeared on me, and I didn't know what took place. So a couple days later, he calls and says, "Hey, we want to sign you."
Wow.
So it was just
Look
crazy.
at God.
God is good, let me tell you.
So you went untraditional way. So I'm telling you, for all your young listeners out there, there is no cookie cutter or playbook on how things are going to happen. You just cannot give up on your dream.
That's right.
So you didn't play football, traditionally and be prepared and prepped as one would be that's going to be trying out for football, NFL, or, aspiring to do it. And you took matters into your own hand as well. So you didn't let fear paralyze you.
Right.
And you took a chance.
I did. I took a chance, and I think that's what most people should do. Take chances. Just because you're not 100% not prepared, but because that's one thing. You must be prepared. If you're going to take a chance, you better be prepared, because you're going to fail if you don't do that. So, for me, I felt like I was very prepared for that opportunity if it arose, and it did, and just so happened that it did. I believe at that moment, I think that's the moment I really believe God was with me.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And it was like, I've been through other things, through the streets and everything, because I didn't play football. I did other things that weren't so kosher, and so, you try to fit in and everything. But I know God was with me, because He put me through all that. He pulled me through.
That's right.
And then for me to do what I was able to accomplish by just going for it. I think a lot of people are afraid to go for it. And I think if you just give it a try, you never know. Someone is going to see that talent that you may have. And for me, it's like, I just felt I had nothing to lose.
That's right.
I had nothing to lose.
Well,
so.
God is a forgiving God.
Yeah, He is.
And you've got to learn to forgive yourself. And then
true.
you've got to believe in yourself and know what your gifts are, because your gifts are different from the other person's gift.
Yeah.
And just continue to persevere. Definitely. Okay, awesome. Now, you weren't the only family member to be in the NFL.
Nope.
How amazing is that?
Yep. Yeah. Two other brothers, Kerry Justin played for the Seahawks for 10 years.
That's talent, and that's a gift.
Yeah, he was in the Seahawks on the team for 10 years. He also played on the New Jersey Generals in the USFL, which is a team that actually Donald Trump had bought back in the day when the USFL was around. And so Kerry, he had a long career in football. And then my other brother, Tyrone Justin, he played for the 49ers and also in the USFL with the LA Express.
Wow.
So
amazing.
yeah.
Wow.
It was
Okay.
great.
What's the legacy you wish to leave behind, Sydney?
The legacy I'd like to leave behind would be, that I was a fair person, and that I was, a generous person, somebody that strove for excellence, that strove to be the best at whatever I put my mind to do, and that I really care about people. That's really what I'd like for people to know about me, and to carry on.
That's exactly right. You and your wife and I are really close and good friends, and
Yes.
your son, really think very highly of you as well. And you've done a great job, and you exemplify what it is that you say. You put it into action, and you live it every day.
Yeah,
That's
I
important.
try to do that. Yeah, I try to. If I say something, then I have to. It's like what's the little saying? Don't do what I say, do what I do. Something like that. Something like that. I don't know how it goes, but
Yes.
But yeah, so I try to put my, if I'm going to do something, if I want someone else to do something, I'm going to show them how, because I'm doing it too.
Exactly. But we're not perfect, and we're human. And
Right.
again, it's okay to make mistakes.
Yeah.
That's when you learn and grow and evolve,
That's
right?
right. Yeah.
You know not to do it again, and you try it a different way. Don't give up.
Yeah, I tell kids all the time, it's not win and loss, it's win and learn.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, so
that's
it's really you're
impactful.
learning the W and the L. When they talk about W's and L's, it's you learn from those mistakes you make and you get better.
That's
Yeah.
good. Who's your mentors?
Mentors. Okay, so in sports, I would probably say Ray Denham. He was my college coach the first coach that ever coached me, actually, in junior college. And he was a very special person. I mean, he believed in me. He didn't care that I didn't play high school football. He only cared about the moment and what I was doing right at that point. And so he's probably one of the best coaches I've ever had, including NFL, because I saw his emotion and his love. I felt his love for the game and for his players and for wanting the players to be 100% versus people who only care about themselves. See, my kids, they coach right now, and they're exactly like Coach Denham is. They care about the players. They really care about their high school. They coach at in the high school at Horizon High School. Now they've changed now, but my son Arabin is the head coach for the track team at North Canyon High School. My youngest son, he's an assistant, and they work together, But they're very, very those guys. I'm so proud of both of them because they have come so far, and not only that they've come far, but they've been very successful. And when I say success, their success is based on others' success.
That's right.
And so they have helped so many kids. They've helped over 45 kids get college scholarships in a short period of time. They have been coaching for 100 years. They've been coaching for a short time, and over 45 kids with scholarships is something very amazing, And so they find the same desire is to help other people.
That's right.
My son Arabin played in the NFL as well.
That's awesome.
And he played Canada. So
Oh my God.
Tyrone, Arius, my youngest, he played up in arena football. So, he aspired to play in the NFL, but things didn't work out. But you know what? It taught him something, and it gave him something more to aspire to do versus just football.
That's exactly right.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that definitely you've been instrumental in your children's lives and many people that get an opportunity to have a moment with you. And just like your mentor said, or you spoke of your mentor, he lived in the present. He allowed himself to be seen and be vulnerable in those moments. And you saw the love and how he cared. And in a lot of ways, you emulate that and you pass that on in things that you do.
Definitely, yeah.
Absolutely. So that's really, really good. Okay, now let's talk about your music career and how did you transition from NFL into the entertainment world?
Well, I've been, excuse me. Honestly, music was my second love because I loved the NFL first when I was younger, and I wanted to be an NFL athlete. But because I didn't play in high school, I began, following other interests, and music was one of them. So, I didn't sing in choir or church or nothing that kind of thing. But I decided I wanted to put together a group. I loved the Temptations and Miracles and Motown music mostly, and I really thought that we had a shot at it. I have, pretty talented family. My family members, even in New Orleans, are very talented musicians. And my mom was great. She was a great singer, and not professionally, but she could have. I think she could have. She had the opportunity. My sister could sing. My brothers. Our family.
Well, you just got all kinds of talent.
Yeah, my family was just so talented. And so what happened was, in lieu of football, I had to figure out some kind of way to, talk to the ladies. So that was my goal. I have to be honest. My goal was to get girls, okay? So I couldn't get girls with football because they wouldn't let me play. So, and I was a gymnast, so nobody came to the gymnastics in the hood. Nobody comes to gymnastics, all right? Even though I was really good as a gymnast. So I figured, the only way I'm going to be able to kind of impress somebody is if we get up on that stage. Like I used to watch old movies, Elvis Presley and the Beatles, and seeing all the girls screaming and all that kind of Michael Jackson. Well, that was later on, but it was just so phenomenal. I was like, this is the best way, I think, to do this. So we put together a little group. We'd rehearse in my garage, started doing little talent shows. We ended up doing very well with talent shows and things, and people heard of me, and I got an opportunity. The crazy part on that, Nancy, is that I think God had a plan for me all along. I just didn't see it because the way things transpired in my life was like the miracles called me when I was a young kid. When I was, I was in junior college. No, I was at a university. I was at Long Beach. And the miracles called and said, we're looking for a new singer. Billy's leaving because Billy had took Smokey's place originally, Billy Griffin. And Billy's going to be leaving the group. And we heard about you. We heard your voice. We heard your stuff. Come, we want to have a meeting. I had a meeting with them. They didn't say anything. They said, okay, we'll get back to you. That same week is the week that the Rams signed me.
Wow.
And then of course, I thought I lost this opportunity with the miracles. I mean, it really was literally gone because I chose the NFL. But God is good, okay? And I have to say that over and over because I'm going to tell you, after my career was lost due to injury, but right after that, I got involved in music because I was already there. I had already been writing songs. I sang on the song Shamalama Ding Dong and Shout from the movie soundtrack Animal House. I don't know if you guys remember that, Animal House, but so I was singing on that, and some people heard me, wanted to talk to me. So all of a sudden, Shalimar asked me to join them. Wow. And I was like, well, I wasn't really that keen on it. I mean, they had first, they asked me to join as a background singer, which I did. And I went on a tour over to Europe, went to England. We toured for about a month and a half, 2 months. Came back. When we got back, they asked me to take the lead singer's place, which was crazy because all I was doing was doubling what he did and singing the harmonies and things like that. But when we got back, he wanted to leave. He decided to go solo. They asked me to take his place, so I did. But they changed the whole vibe of the music, and they changed the whole concept, which kind of put me a little bit back in the program. But it was okay because I was able to write songs, produce records. I did a lot of stuff and to advance my career. And then once Shalimar had died down, the miracles called back again. Now that's after how many years? Almost 10 years later, the miracles called back and says, "Hey, listen, we didn't do anything since we asked you. We hadn't done anything since they had asked me to do it. I mean, they had done nothing.
The position was on hold for you.
It was on hold. I mean, but that's God. That's only God could do something like that, you know. And so I got the opportunity at that point, you know, and I took it and flew to Detroit. Took a tour around Hitsville and saw the studios and all the history of the fantastic music that Berry Gordy and Smokey Robinson put together. Excuse me. And I was able to absorb all of that energy and all of that talent that they excuse me that they produced, and I was just ecstatic about being there because it was just like, here I am somewhere in Detroit at a place I only dreamt of.
So you got to travel all over the world.
I've traveled all over the world. I've been everywhere. Well, haven't been to Russia, haven't been to China, but I think just about everywhere else.
How amazing!
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, that is really wonderful. Now, everyone, we do have a surprise, and I kind of gave it away a little bit at the beginning of the show. And we have two of your
group
singers,
members.
the group members,
All
yes,
right.
of the Miracles. We have Carrie Justin and we have Gordell Conway with us. They are joining us via Zoom, and I'd like to really get to know them a little bit and have them talk a little bit about you as a group and
Okay.
and what you've done and the experiences that you've had and how impactful has that been on your lives?
Yeah, it's for me very impactful. You know, I know that they can speak and they can tell you how they felt throughout this journey that we've had with the Miracles, and really it's been for me it's been 25 years. You know, Carrie has been in the group the longest since then, and And speaking of the group, before we move forward, the Miracles was the first group to sign on Motown Records. So their history was the first act. Smokey Robinson was the vice president of Motown Records. I mean, it's the history behind the Miracles itself was so phenomenal. Bobby Rogers, Pete Moore, Ronnie White, Claudette Robinson, and Billy Griffin as well. And his brother, Billy's brother, was also a member of the group, the Miracles, as a guitar player and a principal as well. And I don't want to not mention them because they brought to the table what we are.
Yeah, they're pioneers.
They're pioneers, and we're the legacy. So we're doing what they brought to the table, and we're trying to keep that legacy alive. And
what a privilege and honor to do that.
Most definitely, it's been wonderful to stand in Smokey Robinson's shoes. I mean, come on, it's tough. That's a tough one right there. But he's one of the most talented, artists to ever exist in the world. I don't know if people realize that. The songs that he wrote, the hit songs that he wrote. I don't want to just say the songs. I wrote a lot of songs too, but I'm talking about the hit songs that he wrote. And a lot of people don't know the hits that he has penned, but he's a phenomenal artist, writer, and producer. And I tell you, it's a privilege to be sitting in those shoes right now.
That's amazing. So Carrie and Gordell, Carrie, I'd like to just ask you a question about how has it been being a group member of the Miracles and working with, Sydney?
Well, it's been amazing. Number one, we always give thanks and glory to God, our Father in heaven. And I'm blessed as well to be a part of this wonderful experience and being a miracle. It is a miracle that I am a miracle. So I'm excited, and I love being a part of what we do and how we bring joy and happiness to people out there that really enjoy our music.
Well, music is just so powerful, and then when you add not just the vocals, but the movement to it like you do, it's just so exciting, and it just makes you want to get up on the stage and be there right with you as well. Yeah, absolutely. I love what you guys do. I love Motown. Many people do. And we just want to thank you for doing what you do and bringing entertainment into our hearts and into our homes. Music is therapy, and miracles do come true if you just believe. I know we all have a story. If we just take a minute to be still and reflect and see how God has, what he's done in your life and how good he has been to you, right? And can you, give us, an experience or a circumstance that, made you feel empowered and a part of your environment and what you're doing and feel like you are being well received? Carrie?
Yeah, it's been awesome. Like I said, it's been one of the best experiences I've had, being on stage performing and watching the people that's really into the music and excited about what we're doing and how we're dancing and how our energy is amazing, and we always get compliments on how we look like we're doing aerobics on stage and how great we sound. So it's been a wonderful experience, and I'm very thankful for it.
And Cordell, listen.
Oh, I thought you forgot about me. Here I am.
No.
I got my feelings hurt. No,
I am so sorry. No, your experience with working with Sydney and how impactful and how well received you are by your audience.
Well, see, let me tell you something, Doctor. I'm the oldest member, and I play with a lot of the different groups as well. And I've led groups, and so when Sydney, when I had a chance to be with the group, when I was picked for the group, I thought I knew everything, and basically, I don't know much. Yes, so it's been one of the greatest honors to do this music and have a seriously. Sid is a great leader. Okay, because he wants you to do the very best you can be. He's very critical. It's not easy to work with. Okay, this is not easy, because we strive for perfection. I even stutter when I say it because I do stutter. I've overcome stuttering too. Anyway, so it's been one of the greatest things that ever happened for me. It's a lot of work. It's not easy. It's not easy, okay? Because we have to learn the harmony. We have to learn the moves and the steps. And I'm a drummer, right? So I used to play. I used to just play the drums, but I used to watch the Miracles. I actually played drums for the Miracles years ago when I first started, But being a group member, being in the group, not in the band, it's a whole different game. It's one of the greatest things that ever happened for me, And I did, honestly, Doctor. Sometimes I think I know more than I actually do. And this has been a great learning experience for me, and I'm still learning. So, and you know what? What he didn't mention is that the Miracles. We do special things for people. Like we visit the VA medical centers to just see our vets, and I'm a vet too. All right. But just to be able to give to people who are in need and the love that they've shown us. It's one of the greatest things that ever happened for me personally.
Well, that's simply amazing, and we are going to come back.
Amazing.
We're going to come back and finish off and talk with you more, definitely about the nonprofit Miracles for Heroes as well, and we want to hear more from you, Cordell, and we'll be right back.
You don't want to miss what's coming up next because Dr. Nancy knows. We'll be back in a few minutes.
Hello, I'm your celebrity medical doctor, and this is Dr. Nancy Knows Radio Talk Show. We are looking for expert guests in their field of industry to include, but not limited to, finances, senior living, real estate, hospitality, entertainment, nonprofit. If this sounds like you, we want to hear from you. You can reach us at drnancyknows.com and fill out the form to be considered. Remember, it's not only what Dr. Nancy knows, but it's who she knows.
Hi, I'm Dr. Nancy. Welcome to our clinics. We believe that personalized care and relationship building are the basis of improving health outcomes. At Dr. Nancy's Integrative Medicine, you gain healthcare providers who take the time to understand your health goals and find solutions. We offer optional medical memberships, giving you peace of mind and quality care. We provide both medical and aesthetic services in 2 Arizona locations. We practice the highest standards of patient care. We respect patients' rights. We safeguard patient confidences. We treat patients with compassion. You are invited to call the office to schedule an appointment or online at a time that is convenient for you. Call to schedule 480-669-6452 or visit our website at drnancysintegrativemedicine.com.
Hello, I'm Dr. Nancy of Dr. Nancy's Integrative Medicine. Did you know that my health screenings include a physical examination, also blood work to include CBC, chemistry, liver function studies, lipid panel, and A1C? Your blood work is drawn in our offices. Results are available in 3 to 5 days. Call today, 480-669-6452, or schedule online at drnancysintegrativemedicine.com.
You're listening to Dr. Nancy Knows Radio Talk Show. Ask your questions now. Dr. Nancy is listening.
We are back with the Miracles today, and we've heard our story about how Sidney Justin overcame several odds. He's been blessed with several gifts, and the point here is that sometimes you don't even know all of the gifts that you have until you step outside of your comfort zone and challenge yourself, right? And so you don't sometimes know what you're made of until you just push the envelope. We left off with band member Cordell Conway, and he was telling us how he's a veteran. Thank you, Cordell, for serving our country. Really, I have a special
Yeah, it
place
was
for
rough. It
veterans
was
in my
rough.
life. And of how giving back musical talent has inspired him, and because of how he's seen it makes other people feel.
Right.
It's so impressive. Giving of yourself, allowing people to see the true you, and leading with love allows
Yeah, I
others
like that.
to break down those barriers, and you cross and over into a part that's really sweet in people's lives. And we need that as a nation, and music is no exception. So, yes,
That's the word.
Cordell, tell us more
Yes.
about your experience with
Well,
the
you
miracles.
Well, you know, you actually said something like when we're on the stage, all right. Now we have steps and of course vocal harmonies that we must do, but we do them in an individualized way. Okay, we can do. It's just the greatest. I love to watch the people watch us. All right, and sometimes I get in trouble. You can't just say, "Hey, man, stay on task." You know, this is a game. And we have to stay on focus, but the people pull you, and you can. I mean, the people love us so much, and we stun people. And you know, I'm not bragging. I'm just giving the facts, and I love to entertain. It's you know, and you just said it's like giving of yourself. When you have a chance to show your talent, okay, it's one way you can give to everyone and give honestly. And to me, that's one of the greatest opportunities I've ever had, you know, and I'm so thankful to God that you know, hey, we all been doing this since we were kids. You see, most entertainers, athletes or whatever, they've been doing this since they were children. And I started young. We all started young, and God has given me the opportunity to do what I really love. And it's about education. See, every time we go on the stage, it's an education in the history of this great country. Okay, because most of this music the music that we do was written during the Civil Rights era. Okay. And you know, because you know, black folks were treated so bad, but we could always find solace and happiness in our music. And if you listen to the words, most of Smokey's songs, the miracle songs, are about what? Love.
That's
Love.
right, exactly.
In love, out of love, I love you, you love me, ooh, baby, okay?
It never gets old.
It's so important that, you know, love is the answer. And mostly every song we even do, I'm just a love machine. You know, hey, it's all about love. And so for every show, we try to let the audience know that this music is truly about love.
And it's the energy. It's the energy.
Oh.
You're so choreographed, and it's
You seen
addictive.
us? Have you seen us?
I have. I
okay,
have.
Good.
Yes, of
All right,
course.
I don't know. Yeah.
And you know, that takes me to the next question then as well. I know with COVID and the way things have been impacted our hospitality and entertainment industry, you know, where can we see you, and what are some of the upcoming events, you know, that you have?
Well, you know, we were scheduled to go to London, but you know, this year or something. And you know, everything. So you know, we're doing the cruises. The cruises have been off the chain, but because of COVID, I think we stopped in February or March. Okay, that was it.
Yeah.
And I miss it, man. Hey, I miss it. I miss the boys. I mean, I talk to the guys almost every day. All right, and I was telling the KJ, you know how much I miss being with the guys, especially, you know, traveling to the different cities. And we had a great time in Philly. Oh my God, we were at the Kimmel Center or something like that?
Yeah,
Kimmel
the
Center,
Kimmel
yeah.
Center.
I enjoyed it, and the audience was just beautiful, man. I mean, what people see, music is a universal language. I mean, it's God gave us the opportunity to be an ambassador to show the love. You know, it's a wonderful thing. I'm a happy man. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, to be able to do something that I've done all of my life. Okay, and sometimes we make money, but it's never about money. Money for me. I would do this for nothing because I have done this for nothing because it's who I am. is who we are. You know,
That's exactly right.
Like I said, I just love it so. I miss it so. Hopefully, we'll be going. When, boss, when we going back out there, I know we got some shows coming.
As soon as Rona says goodbye.
Yeah,
When
Rona says goodbye, then we'll be back out there.
That's right.
Rona, I like that. Hey, man, that's a song, man. Rona in Arizona.
That's awesome. So
Start
listen,
writing.
tell us a little bit about your nonprofit, Sydney, Miracles for Heroes. I know that Cordell mentioned, the veterans.
Well, we can, after what happened was Mari and I, when we're, just regular citizens and we do a lot of different things to help homeless people. We were doing that on our own for the last 20-something years or so. And plus Nick Lowry, Nick is a good friend of mine, and he played for the Kansas City Chiefs. He also has a foundation that caters to homeless people, not necessarily veterans in general, but to the homeless. And so I work with them quite often on their quest to help people. And so we decided that what we were going to do, when we had an opportunity to meet and work with the VA out of Washington, D.C., when we had that opportunity, we realized, because once we started working with them, we've been working with them for 6 years now, and we do concerts all around the country, and they're free for all homeless. And we have comedians will open up for us or something like that, and or a local act will open up. And it's so overwhelming to really see these people come in to a concert and to talk with them afterwards and to know their story. A lot of them never even been to a concert. And they're like Vietnam vets or Korean vets or whatever. They've never been to a concert before, and they're so excited and so appreciative of the concert being free that they're able to come into a concert like ours. I mean, they've been in bars and saw music and things like that, but at least this is what they tell me. And the story is like universal. Everywhere we went, we met people and they say the same thing. So we said we got to do something to try to help the homeless veteran society. So we decided to put together an organization called Miracles for Heroes. And Miracles for Heroes is going to be a project. We just got our 501c3 in January. So of course COVID hit and all of that. COVID hit, and it kind of put a halt on everything that we were trying to accomplish. We were meeting with different land developers and this of the state of Arizona, and we met with them, and we told them what we want to do with Miracles for Heroes, and that is to build small 3-dimensional homes like that right there. 3-dimensional homes. They cost $4,000 for between $3,000 and $4,000 is what the cost is. Plus, there are little amenities and such. There's several companies out there that will do these small miniature homes. And what we wanted to do is we wanted to do something called the launching pad, where we would get our veterans, get them into to the home, have them in there for 2 years, rent free, have no expenses, just build up their capital so that they could then move out on their own and do something better with their lives. Help them with jobs, help them with other amenities throughout that time frame. So the reason why we call it the launching pad, because we don't want to do a handout. We don't want to just give them. We want them to earn the stuff. So if they went and they got the opportunity to have the home, they would also have to commit to job hunting, but we already have people that are willing to give jobs to veterans. So we already had all those things lined up and planned, but unfortunately Rona did come in and put a stop on a lot of the progress. But we're not going to give up on it. We're going to continue. We have a lot of people, a lot of support, a lot of celebrity support. We have Glodine White, Barry White's ex-wife. Barry passed away, but Glodine's a very great supporter of ours, and Val Young from the Mary Jane Girls. I mean, just a lot of different major celebrities that are involved, especially NFL guys. Mike Bankston, just, I mean, I could name so many guys right now that said, hey, we're behind you, we're supporting this situation, we'll do whatever we can to help with these homeless veterans. Because, I mean, listen, without the veterans, we would be maybe enslaved, or maybe we'd be a third world country. You know, so we love our veterans.
Absolutely.
We love America.
Absolutely.
And I don't care what nobody says.
Talk,
You know,
brother, talk.
America
That's right.
is
It's our country.
huh?
America's
It's our country.
Exactly, it's
We
our
all in
country.
it.
It's
our
our,
country.
all of our.
I'm-
That's why it's
I'm
called the
proud of us.
United States of America. You know what I'm saying?
That's
It's not the
exactly right.
divided states of America. It's the United States. So, you know, we want people to
love
know
this
that,
country, man.
listen, we love everybody. We want everybody to succeed.
Absolutely.
Everybody needs to have an opportunity to with their own progress and preparations. You know, you can't just expect a handout. You have to prepare for success. And we want to just, you know, kind of share that message, is that if you want something, go get it. It's there for you. Go get it. Prepare yourself, though, because you will fail. But it's okay to fail. In my opinion, failing is not a bad thing. It's a way to learn. You just can't give up after that failure, you know. You have to continue on. And if it doesn't work that time, it'll work another time.
That's it.
Sure.
You know?
I love what you're doing with Miracles for Heroes, and God's delays doesn't mean it's not, you know, forthcoming or His
Oh,
blessing.
without
So
a doubt. Yeah.
there are still many ways that all of you can contribute
Yes.
to your cause as well.
Yes.
And
We
you
can
know, as
all
soon
do
as-
something. We can all do something.
We can all do
all do
something.
something.
That's exactly right. Volunteer or, you know, donate. Absolutely. And how do they get in touch with you? They just go to the website?
Yeah,
And
you could go to the miraclesmusic.com, and then there's a link for Miracles for Heroes. Go on Miracles for Heroes, put in your information that you want to volunteer, that you want to, you know, be a part of it, you want to donate, whatever the situation is. You know, whatever you want to do, we're not turning away anybody who wants to help. Everybody who wants
That's
to
right.
help, we want to give you the opportunity to be a blessing to someone else, and that's
Man.
for me. You know, that's how I feel.
Well, listen, we are out of time for this
okay.
segment,
I got
and so honored to have all of you on the show today. Really, really thank you from the bottom of my heart. And as soon as Rona is out, you know, look on, your website to see where your upcoming shows are going to
Yes.
be, and you do not want to miss the Miracles. They are fantastic, and the energy is infectious. Thank you guys so much.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you so
God
much.
bless you.
Appreciate
You- Let me
Thank
tell
you.
you, I
God
love
bless
your
everyone.
show,
Thank you.
and you're doing a phenomenal job. I love the studio we're in right now. It's beautiful. You know, the engineers, everybody's really, really loving and happy, and that's
And
what's important.
also,
Happy.
I'm gonna have to come to your clinic. I like to come to your wellness center. That's
Yeah.
right. I
Of
like that.
course, absolutely.
Very
Dr.
nice.
Nancy's integrativemedicine.com.
I like
Awesome.
that. I like
All
that
right.
a lot.
Well, thank you guys.
Thank you guys.
Thank
Hello
you.
to everyone out there in Radio Land.
All right,
We love you.
awesome.
All right.
So listen, everyone, I do want to tell you, we want to send our condolences to the Larry King family. We did discover that he had passed away recently, and we send our condolences to the Larry King family. And next week, we have more music continuing. We have Reginald Campbell up next week, and he is a gospel recording artist, and he's also a music therapist to autistic children. And we are going to be super excited to hear what Reggie has to say, and perhaps even sing a song or so for us, because music therapy soothes the soul, and it was what Cordell said, it transcends all languages. And here at Dr. Nancy Knows Radio Talk Show, we are multicultural, and you know, the common theme is love, unity, and faith. Absolutely. Thank you. Yeah, so we're here to provide hope, motivation, and empower one another as well. Listen, there's top 10 occupations, 10 that are expected to be the most jobs in the next decade, and I just want to tell everybody this. Home health aide, fast food workers, restaurant cooks, software developers, registered nurses, general operations managers, medical assistants, marketing specialists, research assistants, and laborers. Those are going to be the most occupations with growth in the next decade. So listen, thank you everyone for listening and tuning in every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. I hope that I inspire and motivate. We'll see you next week. Thank you.
Optimal health requires you to perform at your peak potential. Start today. Be the change you wish to see in the world. This was Dr. Nancy Knows. Thank you for connecting. We're waiting for you on our next broadcast here at EMR, eMotion Radio.